What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the 52-week run show. I know it's been a while, but I'm back. So, just like the title and the thumbnail says, I am back at Swift. And let me tell you why I'm back at Swift. So, first of all, let me start off by saying this. I know people are going to say whatever they're going to say in the comments about Swift, how it's this kind of company, how it's this kind of company. It's a starter company. True. 100% true. This is where I started. But also, it's a company, if you really like, I really like the largeness of the company. And here's why. So, actually, let me just start a little bit back from the beginning. I'm gonna do a video about my journey in trucking as soon as I can. I just stopped for the night, so I decided to make this quick video. But I had a situation that didn't quite pan out in New Mexico like I wanted to, and I'm looking for another job. But in the meantime, I decided to hit the road. That way I can make some money and keep, my paychecks kind of rolling in. I started out at Swift in 2021, got my license, did a craft account with them, then left, did some local work, then left, and now I'm back. So also, I went to night transportation for like 2 weeks. So the reason why I came back to Swift is because the largeness of the company. I come from a military background. I come from the Army, biggest branch in the military, and it being so big, yes, you can feel like a number, but also you can be very connected. They have a big terminal network, and right now, because of the freight, how the freight is, it's not like a lot of their terminals are full of trailers. So they've brought in all the trailers that they had staged at all these accounts that they had that they don't need anymore. So now they're kind of on their property. So it kind of sucks looking for parking and stuff right now, but hopefully and eventually they're going to sell some trailers, or the freight's going to pick back up, and they're going to need those, and parking will be a lot better. Where was I going? Oh, so the terminal network is a big deal for me because I can pretty much go anywhere in the state, anywhere in another state, and there's a Swift terminal. So I don't always have to park in a Love's or in a Pilot. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind it because that's where the showers and stuff are, but I rather stay on my own property if that makes sense. Secondly, the communication. So the communication I have with Swift depends on your driver leaders. It depends on what route you're running, the reefer, the dry, intermodal. It is what it is, right? Like, it just depends on who's working. You got good driver leaders, you got bad driver leaders. I personally, when I went to night, I didn't like the communication. I felt that there was a lot of lag in communication. And Night and Swift, they're pretty much one company. They all use Zonars. They use the same app. Swift has Point and Night has like Night app. It's the same thing. It's the same design, just a different logo, right? So I'm used to the system. What I'm not used to is Night's way of communicating. I didn't like. I felt there was a lot of lag going on. And then I tried to question it, and then somebody got really snippy with me on the Night app, and I was like, whoa, calm down, buddy. I just started. So, but with Swift, I felt like I could always get in touch with somebody. I've had trailers break on me, tires blown, reefers, whatever, go to crap, and I've always been able to get somebody on the phone fairly quickly, and maintenance done as quick as possible, whether it's Love's or a Pilot, whatever. I had 2 tire blowouts and they were fixed super quick. So the communication aspect is big for me. Now, I did get spoiled, and I apologize if you hear the reefer in the background, but I did get spoiled when I first started because I started on a dedicated account, and that dedicated account paid 65 cents a mile, straight out of truck school, straight out of the driver academy, whatever you want to call it. So I was kind of spoiled. I liked the money that I was making, and I was West Coast. Excuse me, I was regional, so I was straight West Coast. So I only ran realistically, I only ran California, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Utah, Arizona. I go through Vegas, didn't stop in Vegas, didn't even touch Montana, didn't touch Colorado ever. And then towards the end of it, I just ran California, Arizona. Like, that was like perfect, because now being on a dedicated account was already predictable. Now just running this California, Arizona was super predictable. And if you did it right, if I had a pickup in Paris, California, which is in Riverside County, right on the 10, if I had a pickup there and I had a drop off in, let's say, Buckeye, which is like right before Phoenix, like right as soon as you cross into like before you get into the Phoenix metro area, if it was a drop and hook, go drop, pick up another one, and come back in this with time on my clock. Like, I can be in and out. So it worked out real good. And with Swift being so big, you can go wherever you want in good freight times. Remember, freight is kind of down right now. Freight is just all over the place. Everybody's struggling. Owner ops, everybody's struggling to get freight, to get paid, all that stuff. So before, I could call my planner and be like, hey, you got anything running to Arizona? Or hey, you got anything running into Portland? I want to go see my family. They'd be like, yeah, hold on, let me see. Hey, tomorrow I got a load going that's dropping off here. Cool. Can you do that? Can you put me on that? They'll put me on it. Hey, can you shut me down in Salt Lake because their maintenance yard is a little bit bigger and better, and I gotta get the safety inspection done. Can you get me on a load to Salt Lake? Let me see what I can do. I can get you close and then work on something to get you to Salt Lake. So it was better times then. Now it's kind of like I tried to call, and it's not like that anymore. Like, you could still try to call, but when you're on a dedicated account, you're a little bit more personable with your dispatchers. But anyway, I digress. I feel like I kind of got away from everything that I was saying. So communication is big. The equipment is good. Like, I have a 2023 T680, right? Digital dash, everything. I would show you my truck right now, but it's kind of messy. And I don't want you guys to think this is how I'm really living. But I got my TV. I don't have a microwave. Actually, that's it, really. I got a candle, to make it smell good in here. And that's pretty much it. The equipment's well maintained. I keep my truck clean. Like tonight, after I get done talking with you guys, I'll pretty much Clorox wipe this whole truck down and get ready to start my day. Or not get ready to go to bed so I can start my day early in the morning. So let's see what else. Like I said, the terminals are good. A lot of them are getting remodeled. But because of all the trailers, it's just a madhouse right now. Like, it's just so bad. Like, parking is hard. Communication, I've said multiple times. The equipment, good. Like, we got pretty much all new reefer trailers, so that's pretty good. We're not running around with, there's still some central reefers that are out there that are super singles. What else? And then if you come back, so if you're a rehire like I was, you still retain your driver number. When you come back, the process is easy. You don't have to go back over with a trainer if you got more than like 6 months experience. And if you're a rehire, you'll go out, you do a road test, and that'll be that. Then after you do your road test, you'll wait, finally get your driver code and everything, and then you'll be on the road. If you have less than, I think 6 months, 3 to 6 months experience, recent experience, you'll do a driver test, then you'll go out with a mentor, probably for the full 4 weeks. Maybe it'll be 2. Who knows? I don't really know, because I didn't have to, so I really didn't pay too much attention. But orientation's still the same paperwork, still everything. I see a lot of videos about truck orientations. It's all the same. The only difference is with Swift, if you're in the academy, the one I went to, the week before we had our final test out, we went and did our orientation, and you get paid like $300 for that. So then once you do that, you go out and you get on with your trainer. Training, I'll do a video on that too. My trainer was cool. My trainer was a lease operator, so I learned way differently than if I went with a company driver. I see how he ran his truck, how he ran his business, and it worked out. But don't be afraid to come to Swift. If you're looking to come into Swift, Swift's a great place. There's people that have been with Swift for 20 years. There's people that have been with Knight for 20 years. And every super trucker that's out there is going to tell you the same thing. Oh, buy your own truck, get your own authority. And if you want to do that, perfectly fine. Go do that. In this economy right now, I'm glad I'm a company driver because I don't have to worry about anything else. I just got to worry about driving. I don't got to worry about the maintenance. I don't got to worry about the fuel. I don't got to worry about anything. Insurance, nothing. Just I get in, I drive, I go, and I make my money. Now in a better economy, yeah, I'll probably go be leased just to kind of see if I can touch a little bit more money. But right now, don't be afraid to come to Swift and start. Just don't. It's a perfect company to start. Hold on one second. I got to make sure that my truck doesn't. Okay. Sorry, I had to make sure my truck didn't cut on and take the speaker away. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, don't be afraid to come to Swift. Swift is a good company. The pay could be better, but it's not horrible. There's some truck companies I think out there still paying people like 45 cents a mile or something like that. And I think they still have this mentality that truckers live in their trucks. Like, if I'm not a trucker, I'm not a trucker in the sense of like, this is my home. This is my home while I'm out on the road. But when I go home, I'm going home. That's it. There are people here that don't have apartments that literally live in their truck. So them making 45 cents a mile may not be a big deal for them because they don't pay rent. So they may have other bills, but they may not pay rent. Or they may not, don't pay light, gas. You might not have kids or whatever it is the case. So a lot of companies probably still think their people are truckers like that. Like, for the most part, no. I'm not a long haul trucker. I'm regional. I mean, I could be home every week if I want to, or week and a half. But don't be afraid to come here because of the pay. You can always go somewhere and get paid. Really, the best pay you're gonna get is food service, local deliveries, not local deliveries, food service, working for your McLean's, your PFG's, your Core-Marks, your Gordon's, your Cisco's, depending on where you're at, because you're humping, you're working for, like, the most money I ever made was with McLean, and my first year I cleared almost $85,000 as a trucker. I was two on, three, Monday, Tuesday on, 1 day off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. That was my schedule. But I'll get into that later. So I just wanted to drop this video for you. Don't be afraid to come to Swift. Swift's a good company. Swift will have you moving for the most part. Very few times you'll be sitting. And also, if you're really a runner, if you're really on time with your deliveries, if you're really like running, I know I probably said that, they're gonna make sure you get the freight because they can trust you. But if you're always late, you're taking, and even if you take a lot of home time, when you come to work and you work, they'll make sure they keep you running. My pay situation is different. I get disability from the VA. So if I don't run a couple of days, or if I take 4 days home, I'm not gonna get super affected. I will, but also the way my life's set up is not as bad. So come here, get your experience. You may like it here, or you may want to go to food service, or you may want to go to another company. But honestly, your Swifts, your Knights, your CR England, CRSTs, Covenants, they're really all starter companies to me. Like, they're all gonna pay you low until you have a lot of experience. Then you can get on with some just randos, like, not randos like in a bad way, but like TMT, Central Oregon Systems Transport, that'll pay a little bit more because you have more experience. Walmart, that'll pay you more because you have the experience. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna go shower. I'm gonna go do my thing, and I will catch you guys in the next one. You guys have blessed days, blessed nights, and I will see you later.